after dark. Finally, I can see you crystal clear. Go ahead and sell me out and I'll lay your ship bare. See, I'll leave with every piece of you. Don't underestimate the things that I do. There's a fire starting in my heart, reaching a fever pitch and it's bringing me out the dark. The scars of your love remind me of us. They keep me thinking that we almost had it all. The scars of your love, they leave me breathless. I can't help feeling we could have had it all.
So it was just a matter of time before I seen a 6'4" Impala. Shout out to all the Cholos and the Mexicans and the Puerto Ricans and all the Latinos that indulge in hydraulics and Impalas. Yo, I want one of these. I think these are some of the coolest things of the West Coast. So once I seen it, I had to, you know, get this on tape and just like, yes, bruh, that's what I'm talking about. I wanted him to pop it up, but he didn't. Again, you see the fucking traffic. The traffic is ridiculous, but I had to get this on tape. Shout out to the 6'4" Impalas with hydraulics. What's up, YouTube? This is day 2 of the California trip with 650E. And on the agenda today was Cars and Coffee in Orange County. Obviously, this is a big event. Well known in the SoCal, Southern California area, and it's like a big thing down here. It was in San Clemente Outlets, so a real pricey neighborhood type of event, and the best of the best is out here from the car community and the bike community. So as we were coming into the event, all you seen was Lamborghinis, Ferraris, Porsche, GTRs, custom builds, old school builds. I mean, it was everything. And in the car community, so I've been told that it's a network. So I'm sure, just like the bike community, you're gonna meet all kind of people in different occupations, entrepreneurs, just a little bit of everything. Of people who just, you know, this is their hobby. Just like motorcycles is our thing, cars is their thing. And I'm sure they, you know, they network amongst each other and become great friends. Who knows? But when we got there, we just kind of did a wraparound. So we just was trying to find a good place to post up at. And once we found that, we still I just wanted to go up and down each lane just to see what was out here. I heard about this from I seen it from other YouTubers on their page about this event. So I just wanted to experience for myself, and I sure did. Now, I will say that this was like very organized, secured. They got signs saying no revving, you know, that type of, you know, madness that we indulge in at times just to show off. They wasn't having none of that, which is cool with me because, again, I don't want to just hear a bunch of revving all damn day. It get on my nerves. I get a headache. So I did just wanted to go up and down the lanes so we could just see what was out here. Once we got posted up, though, it was obvious that a lot of people knew who 650E was out in California, and they watched his content, which is cool. So I try to plug myself up in that thing. You know, I got to put my little 2 cents up in it. Hey, but hopefully my followers go up from this event, and we met some cool people too, though. I will say, when you share like interests in things, listen, you could talk for days, man. And I like the car scene, don't get me wrong. I'm more of a bike guy now, but I can appreciate the craftsmanship of, you know, these mechanics who do these builds themselves and instead of just buying them. and they could give you a whole rundown. Like, this is some of these cars I seen. They was basically, this is like generational money. Like, I talked to one guy. He was just like, this car has been passed down from to generations, from grandfather, great grandfather, father, son, all that stuff. So I'm like, oh, and that's just what they do, and I can appreciate that though. They can keep it in the family. But yeah, so a lot of photographers was out there, videographers, vloggers, YouTubers, social media guys. So I just got to talk to them and see what interests they have out here and how we can collaborate on certain things. So like I said, it's just a big networking event for cars and motorcycles. The motorcycles that were there, I didn't see anything out of the ordinary, like I did with the cars. I mean, of course, e-bike was probably the showstopper of the whole thing because of just what it is. I seen some cool wraps on bikes though. That was cool, but it's I don't think the bike scene that was here at this point was no different than what we see back in the DMV. So yeah, I mean, what I do know is a lot of people out here do track days, and I guess it's easy to do track days in California because it's all year round. I mean, they get to ride all year round, whereas when you're on the East Coast, you don't have that same luxury. So all in all, listen, a lot of them they get busy out on these streets, and the fact that they can lane split, oh man, that's crazy. That's even more fun. And some of the highways, I know a lot of people, when I was talking to a couple people, they like to ride at night because the highways be empty. And as you see, it's nothing but traffic in California. And the reason why is because they don't have public transportation like we do in the DC area, or like a New York or Philadelphia, Chicago. So everyone has to drive. And that's where all the traffic is coming from. So it kind of explains why it's so much traffic out here. It's just crazy, but that's what it was. So let's hear me out. Just hear what a couple people had to say.
Your H2 is crazy. Yeah, I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
That guy, I don't know.
We got Jurassic Park out here. I like it. From a distance, it looked real.
Oh, no, yeah.
And from a distance, it definitely looks real.
That's the best part.
Yeah, I like it. So we got Jurassic Park at Cars and Coffee, and we got a bunch of bike lineups. We got here a little late, but we here. I guess we're gonna go see some Lamborghinis. Let's go check them out. Oh, look what we got here. A Lakers Lamborghini. How dope is that? We got the Green Goblin. Lamborghinis. Supercars everywhere. Horse line up. I can just go. Yeah, a rally truck. This is my thing right here. Yeah, no problem. So this is day 2 of the California trip with 650E, and after Cars and Coffee, we decided to go down to San Diego to Mission Beach. Shout out to S1K.Charlie, who was hosting us and leading us that way because he's from that area, and he wanted to show us what the bike scene was like. Definitely, like San Diego is nice. I ain't gonna even hold you. The beaches, it's just a whole vibe down there in San Diego. And I guess, you know, I live on the beach, so being by the beach is kind of my thing. I didn't mind it one bit. Now here's the part where the only bad thing that happened was that I caught a flat. I'm not going to show the way we were speed racing down to San Diego because the traffic was terrible. Like, no matter where you go in California, the highways is terrible with traffic. So I was lane splitting and caught a flat. I didn't realize I had a flat until I got to San Diego though. So good thing, you know, it didn't happen on the highway where I had to pull over or, you know, or call a tow truck or something like that. So good thing for that, right? So we were like booking down to San Diego because from Orange County to San Diego, I think it was like an hour and a half ride. But again, when you're on a motorcycle, you take off about 30, maybe 45 minutes or so. But yeah, we was moving and it got very spirited, I would say. But I ain't gonna show all that. I got the clips, but yeah, it was definitely a fun ride. But yeah, that's where I caught my flat at. We went to this place called Sandbar. That's pretty much right on the pier in San Diego of Mission Beach. But here's the fun part, right? Or the funny part. So everybody else, like I said, they all track riders pretty much, or you could tell, you know, this is what they do. And I was behind them, but I still beat them there. I guess maybe I took a different route than they did, but I beat them there by, I guess, a good, maybe no more than 5 minutes. But when I say we were moving to get down there. But again, I caught a flat. So good thing I was prepared. In my back seat, I had, you know, a little portable air pump, the whole tire kit. So it really wasn't an inconvenience for nobody where we had to, you know, tow the bike back or anything like that. So it was cool. I fixed that flat in maybe 10-15 minutes, and then we was back booking on the road. So it was all in all, you know, a good. It was a bad tire. I mean, a bad experience, but it turned out to be good after we were all heading back home. And again, from San Diego back to our hotel was about 2.5 hours. And I was just like, bruh, like me and E, we was basically like, bruh, I'm tired. Like, I caught a cramp in my foot. I think Eve caught a Charlie horse in his leg, or I don't know. Like, I'm like, damn, we old, bruh. Like a 2.5 hour trip on a motorcycle in the heat. Yeah, that shit is real. It's exhausting. Lower back hurting, all that good shit. So as soon as we got back, we got in the pool and then got back to our room, showered up and all that, and I was in the bed. I was dead tired. Every day I was tired. So like, I'm kind of motorcycled out for a good 2 weeks. That's kind of how I'm feeling right about now. But this was definitely fun. San Diego is definitely a vibe, and the bike scene in San Diego is pretty cool, especially when they can ride all year round. So yeah, we had a good time. And what you're gonna see here, we went down to, I don't know how big is, you know, Mission Beach or anything like that, but we just went to a different part. So we took pictures. I guess E was doing some promo stuff. and everybody else that was with us doing their own social media thing while we were just right there on the water. We met another guy. Obviously, it's a big military community because there's a base down there, and it kind of brought back memories because my wife was stationed down in San Diego when she was in the Navy. So I guess I was kind of familiar with a lot of the guys were saying, even though I think the guys we met were Marines, and they still work with the Navy branch. So yeah, it was a cool experience, and it's definitely a vibe down in San Diego. So shout out to s1k.charlie on Instagram for hosting us and showing us around and kind of keeping us in the loop of the bike world down in San Diego. And this was day 2. And again, the agenda, we went to Cars and Coffee, which is, I guess, known in SoCal is what they call it, Southern California. And it's a big networking event if you're into cars or motorcycles. So yeah, shout out to that part. But yeah, and again, everywhere you went, there was traffic. So again, I was just like, here we go again. More lane splitting, more, more of the bullshit, basically. Shout out to my boy Dame who always say that. Here we go with the bullshit, because that's exactly what it was happening as soon as we hit there. So I don't know what beach this was, but it was in San Diego, and it was nice. This is where we did like a little photo shoot. E was doing his promo. I was acting a fool. Yeah, so this is one of those moments I was just like, on top of the world, Craig. Look at me. I'm a biker. Kiss my ass. So I was just having one of those fun moments. But this is kind of similar to where I live at. So I was in my element here. This is nice. And there's a lot of military folks that live in this area because I think it's I forgot the name of the base that's nearby, but there's a bunch of Marines and Navy people that's stationed here down in San Diego. So that's a lot of people that you're gonna see or meet are probably military folks. But this was definitely a cool spot. But again, this was 2.5 hours away from our hotel. So heading back was a problem. I was tired, it was hot, and all that other good stuff. But hey, this is what it was, and we was just getting at it at the end of the day. But we made it home safely, and this was definitely a fun day 2 of San Diego on our California trip.